hate these slow nights when we don't have anything to talk about.
Welcome to the Top Shelf Grumbling Podcast with Dan the Don Walls. This episode is brought to you by our sponsors, Lawn Hub for all your lawn care needs, Price Cutter, the best meat in town, Hale State, Russell Motors, go see Austin, he's got what you need, Butcher Block Restaurant, voted Best Biscuit and Best Breakfast 2025. Available wherever you get your podcasts, coming to you from the Wilder Fitness Studio. Presenting a Where You Media production, this is Top Shelf Grumbling.
All right, guys, we're back here with the Top Shelf Grumbling podcast. What could we have to talk about today? We were threatening to go live the other night, but we let cooler heads prevail so we could actually get through this without a whole bunch of beeps and just editing from all the cuss words. Editing nightmare. So, no, we're here. We're not going to bury the lead. Lane Kiffin has decided to put his entire foot in his mouth. I don't know if anybody in the entire college football arena has said that was a great thing. I'm glad you
I've
did
seen
that.
He's been getting drugged by every
single
guy.
person.
Finally, he kind of took up for him. I'd say for the most part he left to begin with, but the way he's acted, he talks about Ole Miss almost daily.
Absolutely. It's almost like Sally Rychalk, his ex-girlfriend, who he stalked like
allegedly.
A son of a bitch. No, he's not allegedly. Everybody knows it. Allegedly. I'm hot under the collar. This is ridiculous.
I'm gonna start off by I want to apologize because I really had bought into the he
absolutely.
had changed
hook, line, and sinker. I was there as well too.
All he did was lose a little weight.
Guilty as charged.
Used a little weight, lost a little weight, but I'm just using common sense. Like, okay, the man's almost 50 years old. He's matured a little bit.
You think that's a natural progression?
Yes,
for people,
exactly. But
when
it's
when you're working with a clearly psychopathic person with zero morals or standards or boundaries in his life, doesn't know whether to lie, what's a lie and what's the truth. Can't delete this tweet. I mean, once you do an article like this, you can't delete it.
I wish somebody needs to go, and maybe I'll do this. Do the lies he has told. Okay, in this article, I guess I'm a glutton for punishment.
How many times he's contradicted himself within 6 months?
I went and read the Vanity Fair article. He first of all repeats the same lie again about getting run off the road on the way to the airport, which has been debunked by the Mississippi Highway Patrol.
Yeah, multiple
other agencies that have said that was complete bullshit. Let's see. He also says that he talked to zero coaches that advised. Absolutely zero coaches advised him to stay at Ole Miss, which I know for 100% fact is not true.
No.
In fact, Nick Saban was saying he should stay 2 weeks before Jimmy Sexton told him to completely do a 180. I know it's odd that Saban does a 180. And I want to say this too. I'm sick of people saying, let's put Nick Saban in charge of college football.
No.
He needs to worry about his damn hair dye job.
No.
And I want that midget so far away from college football. And look, I respect him as a coach. He's a great coach. But he can say what he wants to. He wants college football to go back to like it was, where the same 5 teams had a chance to win every year, and everybody else was just middling around. That's what he wants.
He wants that in some capacity. He doesn't like that he was frustrated with the parity when teams like Hugh Freeze were beating him when they weren't supposed to.
And that parity came from the hurry up no huddle offense.
Yeah, he wished it could be
different. It's different kind of parity now.
3 yards in a cloud of dust. He would love it. We could go back to that.
He tried to get. Think about this, people. Nick Saban tried to outlaw hurry up offenses.
Yeah, he did.
He wanted it to be.
He lobbied against it.
Him and Burt Bielema went to the NCAA and lobbied against it. I'm serious. I mean,
it's Brett.
It's Burt on this
it's
program. Burt. Look, Kiffin's a great play caller, great offensive mind, but that's literally about it.
That's it.
He's not a good recruiter. He's awkward. He's a scumbag who how many times I've heard so many stories of he'll ask these co-eds come over and dog sit for him and
hang out in his hot tub
and they get over there and there's no dog.
Yeah, no dog except him. It's him. He's the dog.
And
he won't sit.
He
For f***'s sake. And I'm sick of this shit.
I remember Andy Kennedy told a story one time. They asked him about, I think it was Snoop White. And they said, he's like a puppy. He does a bunch of cute shit, and all of a sudden he shits in the middle of the floor.
Absolutely.
I don't know what made me think of that.
That's pretty funny. No, this whole thing to me is
He used the word segregation. That's what really that was.
It's not segregated. And here's the thing:
that's so bullshit.
What's so difficult about this to me is that you literally talked not a year ago about Oxford and how great it was and how good the community was. And all these things. So which one is it? Which one is it? Because you can't live in both worlds, and you can't try to walk back why you left to go to LSU. Nobody cares why you went to LSU at this point. We wanted to hear the story of you leaving, not
he keeps trying to validate.
Yeah, he's validating it. Why he went. It doesn't matter anymore. But trying to say, they'll never build a statue of you here because it's never happened, and it's just never gonna happen. And he why
is he all of a sudden telling himself that?
And I said this today, and I told you this. His mantra was, do things that have never been done before. I mean, that's something you heard Jackson Dart say, because that's what Lane Kiffin had told him. Like, that was the reason why. And was that a lie? Was that just to motivate people? It's not actually what you feel. Like, is everything manipulative? Is every single aspect of your single life manipulative to the point where you can't remember what you were you're just worried about getting a result. You don't care how you get there as long as you get the result, and you forget about the process and how you're supposed to do it. And he forgets. He literally forgets what he's supposed to do, or he's just a psychopath, which I think it might be the latter. I think
might be.
He's so manipulative, he doesn't even know that he's being a complete psychopath. He's completely dissolved from reality.
Number one, he got butt hurt that we didn't let him coach the play. He really thought, I guess, we were just going to sing Kumbaya and let him drive to the freaking sunset.
He acted like Kim Kardashian when we told him no.
And he got butt hurt about that. Then he also thought I'm going to raid their roster.
Yeah.
So they're going to let him coach the playoffs. That didn't happen. Nope. And he's just literally throwing it. And I've said this a million times. Him and LSU fans, they want us to be like sitting around in shambles. Like, what are we going to do now? Kiffin left. I left,
He's treating this like a junior high breakup.
I mean, my God. I mean,
you didn't hear him talk about FAU.
Yeah.
Never heard him say a word about FAU at Ole Miss. Why? It wasn't a messy leaving from FAU because there really wasn't anything at stake. There was something at stake at Tennessee. There was something at stake at USC when he got fired on the tarmac. There was something at stake at Alabama when he got let go. But there wasn't anything at stake at FAU. So you're telling me there's definitely something at stake at Ole Miss for you to stay there and to finish off a playoff and to actually he didn't want to ride off into the sunset. He didn't like it. He probably didn't like it here in the first place. He tried to leave in 2022 and 2024 and probably every other year, but we just didn't ever hear about some of those years. But
I don't know. I think all of a sudden he decided I'm getting out of here, and I don't know what that was.
It's so weird. You can see it in some of his press conferences. You go back and look at him. He would just be awkward. You could tell when he actually was kind of, I guess he was probably manic, where he just was actually looked like he cared for a little while. But he screwed up his dream roster. He was
we gave
distracted.
Him all he wanted.
Gave him everything he needed that year to win a national championship, and he blamed it on everybody but Lane Kiffin. So what is that? It's a narcissist. A narcissist blames everybody else but themselves, and that's what he is. Anyway, I don't want to talk about this guy anymore, but obviously...
Can I say, Lane, does Lane know where LSU got their mascot?
I'm just saying I don't want to talk... I mean, we can still talk about it. I'm just sick of talking about this dude.
I'm about all I'm going to say about it, really. By the way, there were several black players that didn't go with him to Baton Rouge that had the opportunity to go to Baton Rouge and decide to stay in this, according to Lane, a segregated place. Well, that's just
and here's the thing
that's
too.
Insanity.
There's
really
nothing worse than to belittle someone. Right now in 2026, the University of Mississippi can do nothing about what happened 50 years ago. Zero. They cannot change what happened. We've come so far. done so many things, and it's unreal. You know how many people. Mississippi is one of the largest states with a black population in it. Why would a bunch of black people want to live in Mississippi if it was so terrible? And Oxford if it was so terrible. Why would you want to go to Ole Miss if it was so terrible?
I mean, anybody.
It blows my mind.
You got to give Stephen A. Smith credit. He talks shit about.
Yeah.
But then he came down here and saw for himself and was like, I was an idiot.
Yeah.
And look, Lane has been here for really 7 years. He was here. But it's just an insane. I don't know if I was talking to David Johnson earlier. He thinks it's a recruiting pitch. He sees that.
Oh, he's going to try to get people to come to Baton Rouge instead of.
Well,
like
he sees. Yeah, he said he sees that how good we're doing on the recruiting trail, which we have been, especially with high school recruits, and I think he's trying to play a little bit of that too. Maybe
I would like a plea for whoever's mother and father that told Lane Kiffin that their grandparents said that they weren't going to allow their child to live in Oxford, Mississippi. Come forward and tell everyone and say it was me. I was the one that said it, and he's telling the truth because I don't believe him. I absolutely do not believe him.
Well, look, I'm not saying, like I told David this too earlier. I'm not saying it didn't happen. Maybe like once or something.
Not to that degree, but
it wasn't like 50. It wasn't like 50 different players over the.
But also
5
too,
years.
if you're involved at Ole Miss and you're involved at the University of Mississippi and involved in Oxford, like you say you are, what you do is you defend the university and say, "Listen, I understand that that was a long time ago. Let me get you in here and show you what we're all about." Like and try to show these people how this place has changed. But just to say, oh, it was something that I couldn't do anything about, and if that's really what it was, I don't believe him. But
and also he's acting like South Louisiana is a racial sensitivity hotbed, a bash and a
sanctuary city.
My Aiken ass. That's agonizing, really.
The Louisiana Tigers came from a Confederate battle unit.
Look, we're not saying Ole Miss have a kind of a
nobody in this part of the country.
Nobody in the whole United States, really.
Zero, absolutely zero. But to use that to weaponize it for recruiting football players is ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous.
A place that revived his career.
Yeah, absolutely.
And gave him a chance.
He was nothing but a fat.
A fat. He was.
I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say anyway.
I'm tired. I've had enough talking about Lane.
Moving on.
I'm ready for football season to be here before you know it.
And Steve Sarkisian, you can suck it too.
Oh yeah, Sark. I mean, that's also just.
That's some Bush League shit.
What the hell? Lane's been on the phone with Sark. Or no reason, no way Sark just comes out with that today. Come on, man.
And also, too, like that just came out of no one asked you that question. Nobody said, "Hey, how do you feel about Ole Miss?"
Basket weaving,
classes they give to players and stuff. Did somebody softballed him that? He just came out and said it. Basket weaving.
Wonder how many more articles Lane's going to do this week.
No telling. It'll be calculated. It wasn't calculated. Thou doth protest too much. I don't know if you've read that.
He said something too today. Took another shot. I don't know if you even saw this, but it was like something about he took a shot at our stadium side.
Oh yeah, he said at least it won't be near as many people like it was in Tennessee throwing stuff at him.
Hey, look, I'm implored Ole Miss fans. I just did a podcast earlier. I did the same thing on this podcast. He wants us to. Throw stuff at. He wants it to be fights everywhere. He wants it to be a mob scene so he can go back and say, "Look, see,
I told you
told you I should have left. These people are awful. I should have left here. Do not do this. Let's be nice. Boo the hell out of him, and that'll be it.
As my mother
and beat
used
the hell
to
out
say,
of him.
Kill him with kindness, unless somebody throws a punch first, and you get to fight back. But
absolutely,
we've got a lot of time between now and then to start saving up some bail money.
Also, the game time was announced today, 6:30. Yeah,
6:30 CBS.
No, ABC.
ABC? It was ABC.
But
yeah, I put in my request off for that today. With all this Lane Kiffin talk, it's maybe think about wanting to buy a new house. You know where you can get a new house from? Is Drew Chapman with Patty Turk Properties.
PTP.
You can give him a call at 317-1331 for all your real estate needs. We thank Drew for being a partner here of the Top Shelf Grumbling podcast. I'm about sick of talking about Lane, but I'm glad he bought a new house.
Me too. Look, I wanted him to. I was on record. I wanted him to stay. I really did.
So his child is in public school in Baton Rouge, right? Oh, he's not.
No, he's not. He can't leave the campus.
He's at U-High, which costs $7,000 a year to go to, but it's not a private school.
It's technically on the LSU's campus.
Exactly, it's not private. It's just as long as you can afford 10 grand a year for going to school for your kid. I digress. Anyway, moving on. Next up, we're going to talk a little bit about softball or baseball.
We're going to talk baseball, softball,
round ball.
Not that round ball. The ladies, the softball team, they are playing in the Texas Tech regional this weekend. They got in as a 2 seed. They started the season off, let's just call it terrible. The last probably month of the season, they kind of came on, ended up getting a 2 seed. They're playing Texas Tech, and Texas Tech spent $1 million on the pitcher this year and women's softball, so they're going to be a tough out. I think we play. We're in there with Boston and Marist, us and Texas Tech. I think we play Boston Thursday or Friday. And look, I never really watched softball. I kind of started watching more, and I got to covering the stuff a little bit. I love watching softball. It's fast paced. Like the games are over in 2 hours at most. I mean,
with a lot of action for sure.
A lot of freaking action. But yeah, I'm looking forward to watching them this weekend. And look, our problem has been the pitching. We only have 3 pitchers, but in a super regional setting, you don't need very many pitchers. Yeah. So I think we're gonna have a chance to do something.
How many innings are those games? Are they
7.
7 innings. Okay.
But yeah. Good luck to the ladies. Let's talk a little baseball. We won tonight.
Yeah, absolutely.
Will Libbert got a big win.
That was shellacking. I think we were up 9-0 in the second inning.
When I turned it on, I had to go to Oxford. I turned it. Well, I think it was 11-1 in like the 3rd inning, 4th inning.
Yeah.
And ended up winning 17-6.
Yeah, I turned it off when it was 16-6 or 15-6 or something like that before I had to head out.
I was kind of worried we was going to lose this thing, to be honest with you, but.
I wasn't worried we were going to lose it. I just worried that somebody's going to get hurt or something was going to happen.
Something was going to happen.
Yeah, that just didn't need to happen.
Judd Udemark broke the all-time home run record.
Yep.
Kind of snuck up on him. I didn't realize he was getting close to breaking it, and then.
Shoot, we talked about it weeks ago.
Well, weeks ago, but I didn't like.
And then he tied it up against Auburn.
I didn't realize coming into the
Arkansas.
Season. Yeah. I guess that's what I meant to say. Coming into the season, I didn't realize he even had a shot at it. And
Michael Katz reported too that he's one of the only Rebels with multiple 20 home run years. Yeah.
It's kind of surprising, really, some good the players we've had over the last in our history because we got some.
He took the home run record away from Kyle Gordon from 1987 was when that was set. With 40,
what you call it was right in there too.
48 home. Elko had 47.
Elko was right in there on top of
46, I can't remember.
But I think we got a big series coming up at Alabama this weekend. This is probably the best team Alabama's had in 20 years.
I saw you can get a ticket for like $5.
Yeah, they don't really support the baseball over there.
We talked about that the other day too. We watched a series on there that weekend, and there was nobody in the stands.
2 out of 3 clinches us hosting.
Oh yeah.
I also think if we win 1 and then a few at Hoover, I think would also do it. And winning 1 period also might do it. If we finish 15-15, there's still a chance that we could backdoor one.
They had a graphic up there on the game tonight of us being in Oregon, in Corvallis, Oregon State.
They always seem to send us out west on stuff whenever we're not.
The first, well, and it's not the end of the season yet. It's just kind of what it would be like if it was today.
Right.
But yeah, good win tonight. Good.
Host or not, I still liked. I've been saying this all year. I liked this team, a close knit group of guys, veteran group. As a veteran of a group as you're going to get in this day and age in the transfer portal.
And some guys that come on. Owen Peno, has been really good, and Federico was really really bad at the beginning of the year.
And Austin Foley too has got a few hits here and there that he wouldn't. Now Becerra's kind of going to a slump. Slumps happen. I think that's all it is a slump.
I think they've learned how to pitch to him and throw away. He wants to pull every single ball. You could even see it this weekend at Texas A&M. They weren't throwing anything down the middle or in to him whatsoever, which is a really good way to pitch him.
Also, too, he
puts those over
you know
the
how
field.
the slump goes. Also, I think it was Friday night, or it was game 1, I think. He had a couple oppo shots.
Yeah.
Right to some people, you know. Like I said, you know how it is when the slump goes.
Some are going to fall.
You're not going to, you can't get you snake bit, but I think he'll come out of that hopefully soon. But I just like this pitching staff, basically, to win. Like, we'd be held in a super regional.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah, tonight, I'm sitting there watching Will Libbert, who's throwing 95 from the left-hand side.
We're going to need him to have some good innings these last few weeks.
The next guy I'd never seen before, and he's throwing 94.
That's crazy.
And then the next guy came in, he was throwing 92 from the left-hand side. I mean, we got some arms. We got some folks that can, I don't know if they can pitch, but they can throw hard.
By the way, Pontotoc Warriors going to state.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tip your cap.
Big North half win a couple days ago.
Absolutely.
Big shout out to Keo Danders, man. His kid.
I know he's doing
Jackson,
it all.
Do damage. That's what they call it. Do damage. Keo was a heck of a classmate back in the day.
Absolutely.
Showing our age, but
yeah, I know.
Now these kids are going to state.
His son's going to state.
Yeah.
We're old. We are.
I think
we are.
I don't know if any other has any other Pontotoc High School baseball gone to the state championship game since 04? I don't know. That's a good stat to check there.
We got close. I think we did go. I think we have been.
Yeah.
But we hadn't won it, of course. But I'm pretty sure we did go
I heard that.
a few years ago.
Well, Big North half win.
Big North. I don't know who we play.
I don't either. From the South? Yeah, I have no idea.
All right. Wonderful wide world of golf segment.
Way to lead that in. That was beautiful.
Thanks.
Next up, folks.
The Ole Miss women, after the first round of play, they were leading their regional they're in. Mary Miller's been a wagon all year, but today they didn't play good. That's how this team has been. They've been consistently ranked all year.
Yeah.
But that's been their whole season. Like they'll have the lead, be in the lead, and then today they fell 6 or 7 spots. They're still in a good spot to advance. For whatever reason, this team all year long, they play really well and they don't play so well. I mean, that's part of that's part of golf. But I mean, it's became a trend at this point. They're an inconsistent team.
Now you got to think too that you got to kind of play not bad as a team, but you have multiple golfers out there contributing to your score. So if everybody doesn't play good, you plummet.
The men. They start their regional May the 18th, and the last of the 20th. Playing up at Winston-Salem. Bermuda Country Club, I think.
Bermuda, something like that.
We got in as a 2 seed. 10th regional in the past 12 years. But this team's got a chance to win it all, even after losing their best player in the middle of the season, defending national champion.
Michael Lasasso.
To the soon-to-be defunct
Live
Golf League.
How ironic.
And I said this 100. I don't really blame him for taking the bag and going.
Yeah.
But him giving up the Masters spot as an amateur was almost unforgivable.
Yeah, that right there. It's something you can't ever do again.
No.
You can't ever do that again.
And very few people get to do it in the first place.
Yeah, and you get to go stay in the crow's nest, and you get to the history, and that's what I hope we don't lose. And people talk about golf this and live golf and PGA Tour, but that stuff's just history. I guess I'm a history buff as well too. I really enjoy history.
Me too.
So when you get a chance to to do something historically that you won't ever get to do, and not a lot of people get to do, I think it's Bush League to give that up, even if it's $10 million. I know that's a whole different story. If somebody put $10 million in front of me, I don't know. That's what I heard, but either way, even if it was $5 million or whatever, it had to be something. It had to be something big to give up your senior season.
Hope he got the money up front.
Yeah, really. Hope he did too. Hope the checks ain't bouncing.
But yeah, looking forward to watching the man.
Yeah.
So, also we got the PGA Championship this weekend. I think I saw I first saw this. The course is 7,400 yards. I thought, man, that's long. And then I saw where that's the shortest one it's been in like 7 years or something.
Aronimink.
We said it a while ago.
Aronimink. Yeah.
Country Club, right outside of Philadelphia.
In Pennsylvania. It's going to be beautiful.
Old golf course. Have you seen the course yet?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
it's lush.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
It's absolutely. It is an old golf course for sure.
1896, I think, is when it was established. Mm-hmm. They had They had a major there. They've had PGA Tour tournaments there on and off for years. The 62 PGA was there, and Gary Player won. I don't know if it was still a match play event then or not. I've seen talk where they are talking about bringing it back, a match play event. I
miss the World Golf Championship match play a lot. That was a great format. I was going to say I really like watching these courses that they play sometimes for normal events and seeing how the PGA sets it up for a PGA Championship. So how much it changes, how lengthen the rough, are they going to make the greens faster, mow the fairways or whatever the case may be. But they usually change it up from a regular PGA Tour stop, to a PGA Championship.
Golf for years, hundreds of years, match play was a big part of like golf and stuff. And they've kind of gone away from it, and I feel like that's part, like talking about being a history. But I feel like the game of golf needs some match play events. It's a part of the game. Match play's a whole different. If you ever played golf, and match plays are like a whole different like mindset.
Absolutely, it made Kevin Kisner a whole bunch of money, and he was not a great tournament player every single time, but he won a bunch of match play tournaments because that's how he played golf. He was kind of intimidating. He liked the I'm against you as well as against the course, and it brought some fire. That's why we love the Ryder Cup and the President's Cup. We like those because we like to see people kind of
absolutely
going against each other. And when you make a birdie putt in front of somebody's face that you're not supposed to make it, and they got a short one, and it'll get you going. But yeah, no, I miss some match play as well too. PGA is going to be fun. I saw them practicing today, just showing a little practice round, not practice round, but on the range. Cameron Young was out there and a couple other ones. That's a heck of a golfer.
I'm ready to watch this weekend. I think it's going to be a spectacular weekend of golf. I don't know. I mean, I got a feeling Bryson plays good this weekend. Scotty, I think he's won 2 PGAs in a row, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
If Scotty's, he kind of middling the first round or two, then turns it on Saturday and Sunday. If he can just play halfway Thursday and Friday, he'll.
I think this golf course sets up for Scotty really well.
Of course, Cam Young.
If you hit
Rory,
hit the ball high, this is going to be a really, really good.
I think, kind of a long shot, Shane Lowry. Also, Koepka, eventually he's going to, I think he's getting close to playing some good golf. I think Koepka is.
Shoot, he was like 10 or 11 under at the alternate event they had last week in Myrtle Beach.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
He played really well there.
Shout out to Brent Snedeker.
Yeah, Brent Snedeker for winning that. That was a blast.
What year is it?
Blast from the past with Brent Snedeker. Somebody shared a video of him just kind of casually talking about his little pop putting stroke he has. And
I love it.
He was doing an instructional video, and he just like randomly made like 4 of these 25-foot putts. Just
he don't really line his putts up. He just gets up there and like feels it and putts.
He creeps up behind it.
But
who else? Anybody else your favorites this weekend?
I'm gonna post some bets and stuff on the Twitter and Facebook, and do some FanDuel lineups and stuff. I'll post those too. But I got a few more. I need to watch Brandel and dumbass Paul McGinley a little bit, a couple more nights, another night or two. I guess I got 2 more nights, so I'm going there and watch a little bit tonight and a little bit tomorrow, and then I'm going to make some picks.
Yeah.
I'm so sick of them talking about Liv too.
Yeah.
God.
It is getting. Well, and there's just so many different directions you can go with that. I mean, they took their funding away from them, but they're going to try to say, "Oh, we can find enough money to."
I don't believe they're going to be able to find enough money.
I don't think so either. Not with
Not the money they're gonna need.
Somebody said, "What do you mean you can't watch Live Golf?" It was on Fox Business the other day, and somebody's like, "Really?" So the Fox Business channel is where you're finding the golf.
It's been on some Fox and stuff, but
Yeah.
I mean,
But somebody said, I turned it on looking for Live Golf, and on Fox they had like warm up laps of some Grand Prix race or
Hot
something
laps,
like
running
that,
hot laps.
instead of some qualifying laps instead of Live Golf. So I'm just not a fan.
and like look, the PGA wasn't perfect by any means
No.
either. You know, they needed to make some changes, but
Yeah.
I don't like the short. I don't like players wearing shorts.
No.
We talked about this the other day. It's like that time Dan Mullen wore shorts against South Alabama and he got beat. Like he was in a spring game or something.
You look Bush League wearing the shorts.
I
out there.
mean, come on, man.
We need to bring back the gigantic Tiger Woods pants from back in the late
Absolutely.
90s. Malbon's,
Pleats, pleated.
Malbon's got some of those for Jason Day. I mean, he's been playing some good golf too. That's one
It'll
that
be a good course for him this weekend, so I can see that.
you could say maybe he'd be a dark horse as well too. Well, what else we got?
Go over to Ole Miss 365.
Absolutely, OleMiss365.com.
Hey, and the message board has been popping off here lately.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I'm like blown away.
Imagine that.
Finally.
Imagine that. There's some stuff to talk about.
Well, it was starting to pop. It was starting to pop off a little bit the last week or so before the Kiffin stuff. Now it's like an actual message board going on over there.
I appreciate all the new newly minted Ole Miss fans that were created in the past 24 hours as well too. A lot of people are like,
State
you know
fans,
what?
like, man,
I
F
know.
this guy.
When I see state fans on Twitter saying, "Hey, now, you don't, we can talk about our brother like that, but you can't." You
Yeah,
know?
exactly.
You can't talk about our whole state like that. I mean, you're basically, you're including Mississippi when you say that.
Go to hell, LSU and Lane Kiffin.
All right, we got anything else? That's it.
Fat Kiffin only.
Fat Kiffin only.
Nice, but I like it. I might do a pod from the beach this weekend. I'm going to the beach.
On the beach, eh?
Might do a podcast. May not.
Go live.
Go live.
Live on Facebook, live on Twitter. One of the two. All right, guys. Well, thank y'all very much for listening to our podcast this evening. I want to thank Drew Chapman again, Patty Turk Real Estate, for sponsoring this episode. 662-317-1331. Y'all go over to OleMiss365.com and check out the website. A lot of stories being written. Like I said, the message board is popping off as well, too.
Absolutely.
So y'all take a look at that. I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good night. Adios.
Howdy toddy.
This has been a Where You Media production. You can find us anywhere you get your podcast. If you're watching on YouTube, please like, share, and subscribe. Leave us a comment. What's your sentiment?